the Elphaba-Glinda bond beyond the screen. A new kind of chemistry. When the first trailers for Wicked dropped, the world wasn't just looking at the special effects or the vocal runs, they were looking at the chemistry between Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. However, as the press tour unfolded, that chemistry became a subject of intense public scrutiny. In a recent interview with Stylist magazine, Erivo, 39, finally addressed the strange public fascination regarding her relationship with Grande, 32. The lovers or liars dilemma. Erivo noted that the public seemed unable to categorize their closeness. Because they appeared so physically and emotionally connected, onlookers defaulted to two cynical conclusions: they were secretly lovers. They were faking it for the sake of movie marketing. Erivo's response was a poignant critique of how we view women. She suggested that society has a fundamental misunderstanding of how two women can be deeply, intensely close without it being romantic. The scarcity of Platonic visibility. One of the most profound points Erivo made was about the visibility of female friendship. The comfort gap. Erivo argued that seeing two people truly connected makes the general public uncomfortable. The missing narrative. We are constantly bombarded with romantic tropes, but we rarely see the deep and real platonic love that exists in the real world reflected on camera. Lack of education. She pointed out that we aren't taught that these high-intensity platonic bonds are healthy or even necessary for our well-being. Ariana Grande's perspective: a symbiotic soul. Grande has been equally vocal, specifically during her appearance on the Podcrushed podcast. She described the experience not just as work, but as a soul-deep transformation. Learning to love. Grande credited Erivo with teaching her how to love hard and honestly. Divine timing. Ariana believes their meeting wasn't accidental, stating they were supposed to be in each other's lives. The work. This wasn't just about being BFFs on Instagram, it was a symbiotic partnership that allowed them to survive the grueling pressure of a massive film production. Why does this matter? Challenging the diva trope. For decades, Hollywood has thrived on the narrative of the feuding co-stars. By presenting a united, loving front, Erivo and Grande are actively dismantling the idea that two powerful women in the same space must be competitors. Redefining intimacy. The discomfort the public feels stems from a narrow definition of intimacy. If intimacy is only allowed in a bedroom, then a deep hug or a tearful interview between friends feels coded as romantic. Erivo is advocating for an expansion of the emotional vocabulary we use for our friends. The Wicked parallel. Ironically, their real-life bond mirrors the very story they are telling. Wicked is, at its heart, not about a romance with Fiyero, but about how two women, Elphaba and Glinda, change each other for good. The fact that the public struggled to process their real-world friendship proves just how much we still need the message of the film. Conclusion: a lesson in radical friendship. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande's relationship serves as a cultural mirror. It reflects our collective inability to celebrate deep, non-romantic love without labeling it or doubting its sincerity. As Erivo put it, these relationships exist everywhere, yet we act surprised when we see them. Perhaps the real magic of Wicked isn't the flying brooms or the emerald cities, but the reminder that a platonic soulmate can be just as life-changing as a romantic one.